Okay, so today I'm going to go over solving one-step equations. And in this case, the equations have either decimals, fractions, or mixed numbers. So we're really just going to be practicing operations with fractions, honestly. For this first problem, we're solving for k, and it says k minus 2 is equal to 7/10. Now, as we were doing before, we are going to use opposite operations to solve. So if it says k minus 2 equals 7/10, to solve it, because I'm getting k by itself, I have to go across this equal sign right here, which means that this 2 right here is going to have to go. The only way to get k by itself is to add 2 to both sides. So we're going to add 2. So plus 2, and then plus 2. If I were to write 2 as a fraction with a denominator of 10, if I divide 20 by 10, that's 2. So really I'm adding 20/10 to 7/10 here. All right, so that leaves k by itself, which is what we need to have. If I add 7/10 and 20/10, I get 27/10. So my answer here would be 27/10. All right, so next problem, we're solving for g, and it says that g minus 6/7 is equal to 5. Again, what I'm gonna want to do is I'm gonna want that g all by itself. So I'm gonna figure out, what do I need to move across the equal sign to get g by itself? And here you can see that says minus 6/7. In order for me to get g by itself, I have to add 6/7 to each side. All right, now, if I add 5 and 6/7, that really is just going to give me 5 and 6/7. So 5 and 6/7 is 5 and 6/7. So g is 5 and 6/7, or if I were to change that to an improper fraction, 7 times 5 is 35. 35 plus 6 is 41. So it would be 41/7. So let's just check that. And that is correct. All right, we're going to do a couple more. All right, this one we're solving for z. This one's actually pretty simple. So if you look at it, z is already by itself. I mean, the equal sign right here, it's all by itself. So really, the only thing I do have to do here is combine like terms. So if I'm looking at this, I'm trying to figure out what can I combine. I'm really just going to add 9/10 and 5/10 together. So 9/10 and then 9/10 and 5/10 together would give me 9 and 6/10 if I add those up. So really, you can't see it there, but I was adding there. So when I put this in, I should get 9 and 6/10. All right. Here we're solving for t, and if you're looking here, this is a multiplication symbol. It's actually pretty simple because I'm multiplying t times 1. If I multiply 1 times anything, I get whatever it is I'm multiplying times 1. So t times 1 would actually just be t. So in this case, if it says t times 1 is equal to 5.8, it's really just saying t equals 5.8. So my answer would be 5.8. All right. All right, last one. So this one we're solving for r, and it's got fractions in it. So in order for me to get r by itself, I'm going to have to multiply both sides by 7/10 because of having to use opposite operations. So I'm going to say r divided by 7/10 is equal to 6/7. To get rid of that 7/10, I'm really just going to multiply both sides times 7/10. All right. So when I do that, what ends up happening here is that 7/10 cancels out because I'm dividing 7/10. This really just means 7/10 divided by 7/10. Or yeah, so I would just be multiplying to get rid of that. So now r is going to be equal to, and then these two sevens cancel out. That leaves me with 6/10, but I have to simplify it. So 6 divided by 2 is 3. 5 divided by 2, or sorry, 10 divided by 2 is 5. So the answer should be 3/5. All right. So I'll just do this last one because it is a different kind of problem, sort of. So this is b times 7/10, or sorry, 7/8 is equal to 3/8. If I'm using opposite operations to solve, the opposite of multiplication is going to be division. So I'm going to divide by 7/8, which gets rid of 7/8 here. B equals. Now I have to change that to multiplication. So I'm going to keep the number that's on top, change it to multiplication, and flip the 7/8. So it is now 8/7. And since the 8s are diagonal to each other, I'm left with a 1 here and a 1 here. So when I go ahead and multiply those, going this way and this way, 3 times 1 gives me 3, and 1 times 7 is 7. So 3/7 would be my answer. So that would be 3/7. And that's really kind of the gist of what you're doing. You're just making sure that whatever the operation is, you do the opposite, and you just have to remember how to do operations with fractions. Let me know if there's anything else I can help with. But that's it for now. You guys have a great day.